Hi everyone, Omar here from Leadpages. In this video, we're going to cover our latest forms inside of Page Studio, which comes with more advanced functionality, including drop-downs, selection, more styling options, and a whole lot of other features planned for the near future. So let's jump straight into it and show you what we've already got inside of Page Studio today. Now you can see already in this page, I have a form within this section. There's two ways of adding a form. One way, the simple way, is going to your Elements panel and dragging and dropping the form element on your canvas. And the other option, which I recommend as well, is heading over to your sections and explore either contact, which comes with a load of contact forms. And the other option is in your opt-in form section. But we also have a few layouts with forms inside of the hero section, which includes some of these lead capture options, such as your ebook hero over here and a few other options that you might want to check out. It's really simple to get started. Just add a section, add a form element, and you're good to go. Now, with the form element selected on your page, on the inspector tooling on the right-hand side, you can see all of the settings that you have to style your form and set it up. I'm going to start with the form styling. If you go to the unique settings for forms under fields, you can see next to it we have styles. And if you click styles, this is where you can adjust if you zoom in a little bit to your form, you can see over here we have margin, padding, and corners. Now this is specifically for the text field, so if I increase the round and corner, you can see how it rounds up nicely. We'll keep it to the default at, I think, 16, I believe, or actually much lower than that, 8. And then you've got your padding as well. You can have unique padding, left, right, top, bottom, or you can link it and just have sort of uniform padding across all sides as well. So depending on what kind of style you're going for, you can choose any of these options. I'll go with uniform padding across it. And I'll drop the margin to about 8 to tighten up the spacing between the button and the field. Great, so that's how you do your styling. If you scroll down here, you can see the styling will automatically adopt your style from your fill color to your stroke hover, your option fill, etc. right? And if you want to adjust any of those, of course, you can come in here and change them up to any of the style colors that you prefer. What I like to do for my stroke color doing hover is making sure that it's set to primary, which is default, which gives this really nice effect that you can see as I hover, this outline comes in around the field. Now, let's go ahead and explore the field options over here. So now out of the gate, every form comes with an email field, which is required, by the way. You can't have a form without email field, which is why you can see it's locked over here. But we can go ahead and add more fields using the Add Field button below it. And by adding a field, we default to a text field. And you can see as you click the drop down within the field selection, you can switch text to email, phone, consent, drop down, and selection. Let's explore all of these one by one, starting with our text field. Text field, of course, is great for options such as name or any type of text that you want to collect. And I like to have this, if it's name, at least at the top, so you can drag and drop your fields and reorder them using the drag handles on the left-hand side. And now you can see my name field is at the top, the text field, which it has defaulted to. If I go into the edit option for the field, I can change the field label. Field label, just so you know, is what will be mapped over to your CRM when you connect your integrations or your workflows. So make sure the text is something that you recognize. The placeholder is what shows inside of the text field itself. So I like to also have something a bit more actionable, like enter your name. And the same for email. I'll go to edit. We'll go enter your email. Now, exploring the other options inside of your text field, you can also show the label, and the label defaults to the field label itself. So if you have it set to like name, then that's what will visually show above your field. I'll switch this off for now. Then underneath that, you have your URL mapping. If you want to pre-fill this field with data from your page URL. So this could be a URL parameter that you want to transfer over based on the path and the journey that a visitor has taken by clicking into that URL and arriving on your page. You might want to segment those users by using URL mapping. You can also make the field required with this toggle, and then you have a range of toggles for your settings per field, making the field required, making the field a hidden field, so it's not shown to users facing, but you might want to have a default value perhaps that gets transferred over to your CRM. You have the include help text as well, which we can type something like add your full name, something like that. I'm going to turn that off. And you can also set character limits between a minimum character or a maximum character value. Now let's go ahead and add other fields. We'll choose phone. Phone allows users to select a country code from the option over here, and you can see the preview of that. And then they can click in the field to type in their phone number. Editing the field, again, similar features. You have your field label, placeholder. I want the field label to say specifically enter phone number. And again, field is required, hidden field, include help text as well. Next field we have is consent. Consent allows you to type a description for the text of what the user is consenting to. It could also include a URL link with a specific URL that you can type out. So for example, www.leadpages.com. And then we can link the text terms. And then you can see now the text has appeared below the description. And then you can choose the styling of that link too, based on the current style that you have. Again, the same toggles are available under consent too. Great. Let's go into the next field, which is Dropdown. Dropdown allows your users to select from multiple options, and this could be set to a single selection or multi-select if you turn off single select. You can see the placeholder call to action over here is select option. You can update that. Again, same settings, field label, show label, all the options can be edited over here, and you can set one of your options to be the default value. So if you want something to be the default value, just make sure you click this and you can see the check mark applied. To add more options, simply click the add button below all the options and we'll add a new option for you. And just simply update in the field itself to change the options. And there you can see the update included in the first option at the top. And scrolling down again, with every field you have your 3 toggles for required field, hidden field, and include help text. Last but not least, we have selection. Selection, like Dropdown, allows you to have multiple options, and you can switch this to single select as radio buttons, or you can choose multi-select, which allows checkbox multi-select options. Again, you have your field label, you have your description. You don't have a label toggle on this one because the label itself is the description. And just like your Dropdown, you can add new options via the add button at the bottom. And then again, as always, you have your 3 toggles at the bottom. So that covers all of our fields inside of forms. We're now going to go ahead and look at the final part of forms, which is your actions. So under actions, you can set your button options from primary, secondary, and tertiary buttons. You can also edit the buttons to choose whether you want medium, small, large, full width, or compact, depending on what you prefer. And underneath that, you can choose the redirect settings, whether you want it to remain on page, external URL, a landing page that you already have in your project. If I click that, you can actually select an existing page from the dropdown, and then you have your default page, which goes to a default page that you have within your account. I'll keep this to remain on page. And then finally, you have the form ID, which is set in stone. You can't change this at the moment. So this allows you to identify your form when you're connecting up your workflows. That covers everything in terms of what we have in forms today, but stay tuned. There's so much more coming out, including multi-step forms and more advanced functionality to enrich your marketing campaigns. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.